Candy seems cool. I heard she said that we were friends.
What?
Why would I say we're friends?
So she's going on.
The only time Candy is not talking about people or me is when she's eating or sucking dick.
Well.
Nina called me when I was in Paris. Nina called me when I was in Paris. Nina called me when I was in Paris.
Somebody asked me, did I know you? And I was like, I don't know her.
Do you know each other?
No.
I didn't say that I knew you. I said we were in a similar social setting. Okay, well, what's the energy? I don't have this outfit.
Oh.
There you go again. Wait a damn minute. Stop bouncing at me. Well, calm the down. Bitch, don't you bitch. Okay, you better. I'm about to headbutt this bitch. He and Candy heard that he was also dating someone in Atlanta.
And yet I want to have a voice. They didn't say 5 words when we were all together last time.
That he did slide into my DMs before. Let me see it. I want you to tell.
Here we go. Here the fuck we go. Here the fuck we go.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we'll be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 1. And can I just say, off the bat, I'm not even gonna wait to the end, that this episode definitely was an A for me. We get to know, like, jumpstart where the girls are at, and I just feel like it was a great introduction to the friends of the show as well. So I'm not mad at this episode. There's a lot of stuff that happened. I want to also give a shout out to Candy and her KFC commercial. I said, hold on. One thing about Candy, she is always going to make a bag, and I'm not mad at it. And the girls are mad at it because it's going to make money. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You want to play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
It's 4 days before the party. Ross's 40th birthday party, Harlem Nights theme, you know, blah, 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 blah. One thing about Sonya and her party situation, from last season, she really never was the one to throw parties. Like, her events was very much low budget, as Mia would say. So, I really didn't know what it was going to give, but, you know, $100,000 spent, and she went all out, and to be honest, I feel like the party was a success-ish. But, y'all, let's get into it. So, we see Sheree and Martell come to the house. And you know, they basically seem like they're going steady. They going steady, as Bondi would say, right? So they're going steady. I'm just like, okay, cool. But we already know the history with Martell. We already know what he gives from Love and Marriage Huntsville, how he treated Melody and then Ariane, all that situation, right? So Sheree's talking about how she, you know, is not giving up on love because of the whole Tyrone situation that she made up last year. So she's just like, you know, I'm not giving up on love, and you know, we're really doing good. You know, the sex is good. He definitely gives big dick energy, da da da. I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. So the producers ask her, like, so, you know, are you in love? Is that what you're saying? Because you say you're not giving up on love. Are you in love? And I'm just looking like, to the producer lady, I'm just like, girl, be serious. Be serious. They probably dated for like, what, 6 months since the last reunion? So, like, it's not really giving that. So I'm just like, y'all really be like, want to speed up, get married. Like, y'all don't want to speed up the marriage and then divorce be so quick. Come to find out, Croy and Miss KKK Kim, they over here getting divorced now. So I'm just like, they trying to tease Kim come back? I hope not. I hope not. But so, you know, there was a doorbell, there was a ring at the doorbell, and she told Martell, go get changed, go get ready. And, you know, Martell, he started to change, take off his clothes, his body looking nice. I was like, okay. So the chef comes in, they start cooking, Chef Jasmine and Chef Jessica. And, you know, when Martell comes back out, he's just like, oh, so this is not the surprise I thought I was going to give. I see another lady at the door. I'm thinking, you know, and I know that she brought up something about OnlyFans in passing, like when it was going to the next scene. And I'm just like, they doing OnlyFans now? I would actually watch that. I was subscribed. But, you know, at this point, Sheree seems, you know, dick whipped. She seemed like she knows everything that happened in the past, but she really don't care. And at the end of the day, like I said before, I'm gonna give it grace, and I'm just let her do what she gotta do. At the end of the day, prove me wrong. You never know. They might actually go the distance. Who knows? So Sheree's basically filling in Martell about Sonya's party, and he's like, yeah, you know, we're going to the parties for Ross, yeah. And then, you know, Candy has been doing her spoofs, has been talking to her speak on it, all that. When we saw all this going on, so Candy's name get brought up, and you know, Candy called Martell an opportunist. I mean, outside of looking in, that's what it looks like, you know. But you know, Martell was just like, how you gonna try to call me an opportunist? The opportunist is your husband. I mean, I like Todd. Todd is cool. I can't say nothing bad about Todd. But, you know, there's some things that Todd has said in this episode. I'm just like, But, you know, he would just talk about the height, talk about, oh, it is what it is. But we'll see what happens because the mess is already messy. So we transport to Candy and the clique, right? Don Juan and Carmen. And, you know, they bring up Sheree. And, you know, we all heard about Sheree's site crashing 12,000 times. And every you try to click, crash, crash, crash. I'm just like, Sheree. Like I said before, I felt like the whole She by Sheree situation, she just needed a storyline, so she put that out. Because every time I tried to order something, crashed, couldn't order anything. And at that point, I just gave up. I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to support, but everything keeps, nothing's working. What are we doing? So I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, I gave up. It was what it was. And, you know, Candy was just like, you know, I was trying to pay her, but, you know, I was trying to help her. But Sheree don't want to, Sheree don't want to pay nobody. And Candy gets, you know, she talks about how, you know, Ace told her that, you know, you're working too hard. She's like, for a 6-year-old to recognize that, maybe I am working too hard. You know, this is the head of her relaunch of Candy Coated Nights. So she's like, you know, I'm taking on a lot and, you know, I just don't want to do too much and burn out on my relationship. Mayetta, Kenya walk in the middle of the convo and I'm just like, Mayetta got a confessional? Okay, so they really are, like, you know, bringing the girls in. Mayetta, she basically talks about, like, she didn't like the fact that Candy basically called her fake for, you know, taking Marlo's side, or her perspective of taking Marlo's side when Marlo was in Jamaica talking about Candy. But Mayetta was like, it's not me taking her side. I just want to have both sides of the story before I make a decision. I mean, valid. I agree. But, you know, Candy, they also bring up, you know, so Kenya, you know, at our last party for Heath's birthday, we saw that, you know, you're with a new boo, this man named Roy, some white man that owns plenty of businesses. So I'm like, Roy fine. So Kenya, she's so smart. She's like, you know, this is a man, that's what I need, da 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 da. And I did not know that Mark and Kenya got separated in 2019. Like 2019 to 2023 is crazy. I feel for you, Kenya. So the topic of Sheree comes up and Candy's like, you know, at the end of the day, I've been doing swoops to her and I'm going to be like, oh my God, I don't remember, because that's what Sheree be doing. So it is what it is. Tit for tat. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't care. I'm just like, Candy, I love this energy. Keep with it, because ain't nobody got time. But it's pissing Sheree off, obviously. And Candy gets, at the end of the day, Candy got to realize, because Candy's like, at the end of the day, all of them mad. It's just crazy. But Candy got to realize that at the end of the day, you're doing spoofs. You know you're making fun of the girls. So you know they're going to be mad. So just know. Don't be like, well, you know, I just did it because it's lighthearted fun. It's lighthearted shade. No. Just say that, you know, y'all pissing me off. So I'm going to come at you too. I just don't want when Candy get in front of the girls, just be like, no, girl, it's just lighthearted. Something funny. Even at least Marlo took it well. Marlo was just like, the shit is funny. But, you know, so we get into the mess, right? Here we go. So apparently the streets are talking that Martell is over here in Atlanta, dipping and diving and dumping and tumping in some pussy. They talk about he's with Ariana. I'm just like, okay. And Kenya was like, well, you know, I heard that, you know, actually didn't hear, but Martell was in my DM.
Did Lightweight try to talk to me? Wait, what? Yes. Lightweight like via Instagram and via DM. What?
This made me think, was Martell doing this for a storyline or to get on the show, get more exposure? Because if, let's say he DM'd Kenya and Sheree at the same time, Sheree was the only one thirsty enough to answer. But, you know, Kenya, she didn't even open it. She opened it right now on the show and he deleted the message. So we don't even know what it would say. Kenya brings up, she's like, well, you know, when I was on the phone with you the other day, I heard you fussing with Ty. I'm just kind of concerned because what was that about? And she's just like, you know, Ty feels like he helps me with everything, but I don't help him with nothing.
So I heard Ty and you fussing in the background when you called me yesterday.
No shade, no shade. But if it wasn't for Candy, Todd, it would took you longer to get to where you want to get at now. Not saying you would never got there, but you wouldn't have got that springboard that you have now. Candy is that girl and she makes shit move. So if it wasn't for Candy and that weight of her name, Todd, it would have took you longer. I'm not gonna say you'll never had it, but it would definitely took you longer than what it would now. So for him to basically make it seem like, oh well, you know, Candy didn't help me, or she's not trying to help me. She put you on a whole platform for you to have a brand, a name. But I'm not even trying to sit here and make it seem like Todd wasn't somebody before Candy. He was a whole producer of a show. He had access, so it was what it was. So basically he's writing a movie and Candy is like the producer. He asked her to be the producer and she's like, basically, no, I don't want to do it. And Candy starts to cry because she's like, it feels like he's trying to make me the problem.
I said, but when I asked you, could we move it? You couldn't move it. He wants to make me a problem.
So we head over to Sonya's house and basically it's an episode of Full House. She still got 25 people in that house. I'm just like, Sonya, girl, it couldn't be me at all. So Ross is basically turning 40 and, you know, they finally secured a venue after the last venue got, you know, they got canceled, and it's a Harlem Night themed party. It's really nice. It's something that they did in like Salt Lake City, I think. So we all remember her last party. Like I said before, it was giving very much Party City. It was giving very much, you know, picnic. It was giving very much Robin from Potomac. Like, it wasn't giving anything serious, right? Sonya's sister speak and she says, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you don't respect our boundaries. Like, we work for you, yes, that's fine, but you over here call us 3 o'clock in the morning when you come home and talk about, can I take a wig out? Girl, I'm asleep. What are you doing? So I get Sonya's sister on that, and at first I was saying, like, at the end of the day, she gave you a job, she provided for you because, you know, when she was running track, y'all all were assisting her and she was paying you guys. But at the end of the day, I do get what the sister is saying because, like, yes, I'm helping you out and I have no problem because you are helping us in return, but respect my boundaries. So I'm just like, I get that, it makes sense. So we're back at Candy and, you know, her and Todd, this was like a little scene. Her and Todd are like going back and forth a little bit, a little tension, nothing crazy. But, you know, Candy has like family time. Like, you know, they're trying to cook and do this and the third. Todd, he really didn't get the hint. He was like, okay, you know, I got family time. I'm gonna get off. And the producer was like, okay, well, do you want to go over the script one more time? He like, yeah, let's go over the script. And Candy's like, you know what, forget it. The man, it went over his head, right? So we head over to Marlo's house. I guess it's taco night, right? Taco Tuesday. And, you know, we find out that her sister is out of jail, but her sister had not had contact with her 2 nephews. And, you know, as they're eating, the doorbell rings.
He has been amazing. After my hiccups, I know I needed Miss Sharon, and she came to the rescue. Right? Then I made one mistake, and everyone made me feel like I was.
And we see Miss Sharon, the life coach. She shows up, and Marlo. They all sit down. They talking. Marlo, she brings up, you know. She was like, yeah, you know, I'm happy that you're here. Last time we talked, you know, since I make so many mistakes, after that one mistake. And I'm just like, girl, like, at the end of the day, yes, you made you made a mistake by kicking them out. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, either learn from it or stop bringing it up. You did what you did. It's done. Like, they still love you. They don't have no ill will to you. Like, you said that you sent them there to teach them a lesson. Cool, girl. I can't question your parenting because I'm not a parent. Now, would I have done it? I probably wouldn't have. But at the end of the day, you thought that was the right thing to do. Stand in it, or stop bringing it up. So, you know, Marlo, and I always feel like Marlo wants to be a victim. She always wants to, you know, put on for the show and just like, I'm just like, Marlo, just be real. Because when I feel like the clips later on in the season when she's in that snake skin dress, slamming doors, kicking on the wall, I feel like if you mad, you're mad. I don't get mad at people being authentically themselves or in an authentic emotion. Just don't fake it. So Sonya, she comes over to Sheree's house and they're like basically working out, being really cute. Sheree's body is banging and it looks all natural too, because we already saw how back in the earlier season Sheree had them calves. Her calf muscle, you could tell Sheree has a nice body down. So, you know, as the girls are talking, the doorbell rings. And the new friend of the show, Courtney, comes in, and she looks, you know, she looks really good. She reminds me of Rashida in the face from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Courtney has a marketing consulting company and a jewelry brand as well. So Sonya tells all the girls about the party and that everyone's invited, and basically she still has beef with Drew.
Nice theme, but don't buy no costume. For sure. Yes, little thing in your hair, something like that. And they all look like, girl, Drew. I'm just like.
Drew was nowhere to be found this episode. I guess she was taking care of business with her family. We'll learn about that later on, because Ralph is trifling. So Courtney says, you know, I've been hanging with Marlo. Marlo's really cool. And then Courtney randomly brings up Candy. She's like, yeah, you know, Candy has been going around town telling people that, you know, I know her.
I told you this, but I thought this was interesting. Did I tell you she was calling around asking some people about me? And she was like, I heard she said that we were friends.
And I don't know her. Like, I don't know why she would say that. I'm just like, girl, I don't see where the confusion or like the beef would be at, because I'm just like, if Candy said she knew me, hey Candy girl, like I'll be over here hype, like I'm like, yeah, she know me, like she's saying it, I'm like, yeah, but she made it into a bigger problem than what it is. Don't get me wrong, I get why she did it, because we need drama, but I'm just like, girl, you really took it to another level. But like the face she made, she was like, oh, I don't know why she would say that. I'm like, you really putting a lot in this. I'll take it as a compliment. Yes, be my friend, Candy, please. So Sheree says, you know, Candy has a lot of time on her hands, and you know, she doing her spoofs about me. You know, I'm the topic of her conversation, so it is what it is. And you know, she says this one thing that was shady about Candy.
The clickbait. The only time Candy is not talking about people or me is when she's eating or sucking dick, but not in the locker room. But she's global.
So Sonya says, you know, I have no problem with Candy. Candy, my girl, we actually doing reels together too. So, I mean, I have no problem with Candy. I'm not trying to stop my bag. All my followers. So everyone starts to get ready. We see them like bouncing from each house to house to house. I wish they would do that like how they do it in Dubai. The way that they do their montages for the girls getting ready is literally top-notch editing that I've ever seen in like a reality setting, right? Party time, right? So Sonya spends $100,000 clearing for the party, right? Kenya says, you know, her expectation for the party while she was walking in is low. The bar is set here. Can you see my hand? You can't. So that's what the bar is set at, right? So she walks in and she runs into Ralph, and you know, Ralph shows up without Drew because Drew is handling a family emergency, and everybody's like, okay, so Drew's handling a family emergency, but you're here in Atlanta because you want to support your boy. Cool, that's fine. But it's weird. And then knowing what we know now, I'm just like, first of all, he never, I ain't gonna say it, just trifling. So everyone shows up, you know, and as everyone shows up, like as another housewife comes into the building, you can just feel the tension is just rising, because some of these women haven't seen each other since the reunion. All they've seen is the internet drama, the internet beef, and like just running that. So, you know, Sonya and Ross, they make their entrance, they make their speech. It was really nice.
You're so easy to love. You are my everything. You are my king. Happy birthday, baby.
All the girls start meeting, mingling, doing their thing. And you know, they see Martell. They're like, why is Martell here? That is crazy. Da 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 da, boop 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 boop. And one thing about Candy and Kenya, I'm like, why do y'all care? I get it, but I'm just like, if Sheree wants to be ignorant in love, let her be ignorant in love, please. So and Candy actually goes up to Sheree and she's like, hey girl, how you doing? It's very, very nice, but you know, in the confessional, they lighten each other up.
Why is he here on your arm? Last year, Sheree was with Mr. Community Service. Okay, this year she's with Community Property.
Marlo talks to court and they bring up Candy, and she's like, you know, Candy's talking about, you know, I'm her friend, and she's over here running around people saying that she know me and this, that, and third, and I don't even know her. And Marlo's like, you need to talk to her. You need to talk to her today, tonight, now. And I'm just like, Marlo, you put a battery in that woman back and then turn around and want to be nosy. Yetta and Kenya, they said like, you know, Sheree probably dick whip, and you know, the D probably good. So as Kenya pulls Sheree to the side, Sonya and Courtney bump into Candy, and Candy's like, yeah, you know, we seen each other, like, you know, we seen each other around the way, you know, nothing crazy. So Courtney talks to Candy. She was like, she taps her on her shoulder. I'm just like, first of all, if you got beef with somebody, don't touch them, because for me, like, once you put your hands on me and I don't know you, 1, 2, you talking about you coming at me with this weird energy, then I'm already on a defense mode, and I already probably want to like put my hands on you.
Tina called me when I was in Paris and was like, hey, did you tell somebody that you and Candy were friends? I was like, what? Somebody asked me.
And that's not how it should be, right? So Courtney should have kept her hands to herself because it's just intrusive and invasive. So Courtney says, like, you know, Dina said that you know me. And Candy's like, you know, in her confessional, she's like, yeah, you know, I know Dina, but I don't know you.
I don't know Courtney. I don't know nobody else who knows Courtney. And this is not any shade. It's just facts.
So, and it is what it is. Like, it's not shade, it's just a fact. Like, nobody knows you. Who are you? And Candy's confused because she's like, okay, first of all, where's this energy coming from? Because it's like, you know, I don't know you like that, but I know Dina. I know you work with her or whatever. But Courtney's like, you know, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. That's it. I'm just letting you know. it's slowly escalating, and you can see Todd in the background just checking like, hold on, what's going on? Mid combo, you know, they jump over to Mayetta and Sheree. And Mayetta's like, you know, so I've been hearing in the streets of ATL that, you know, Martell been coming to Atlanta talking to someone. And in my head, I'm thinking like, girl, probably just talking to Sheree. But I get what she's saying. Sheree's like, at the end of the day, like, Mayetta, like, you all last season, you said nothing but 5 words, and now you want over here talk. Like, girl, it's dead. Like, if you want to downgrade, that's fine.
Honey, this is Ferrari. This is a Ferrari, honey. If he's cheating with another girl, that's like a Toyota. Now, if you want to downgrade it, that's on him.
So we hop back to Candy, and Candy starts getting louder and louder and louder.
Back. No, I'm good. No, you back.
Wait. I feel like you were feeling a certain kind of way, what you told me, and I think you did bring the energy to the conversation.
Courtney's not backing down at all. She's like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm just like, okay. So, you know, Sonya trying to interject. She's like, okay, at the end of the day, you know, I get where both of you guys are coming from, but, you know, Courtney, you did come with that energy, so, you know, just, you know, calm it down. So Courtney's like, you know what, I apologize because, you know, that thank you for checking me, being a friend to check me. That's cool. Thank you for doing that, but, you know, I don't need a clout chase.
Feelings were definitely hurt, but positive things to say about her, and I was pretty disappointed. I don't have the clout chase.
And Candy's like, you're doing it again. Like, you bouncing in my face. What are you doing? And I'm just like, ooh. So at this point, the temperature was already set on 98 degrees, but now it's set on hell.
At me! Well, stop bouncing at me. Well, calm the down. Bitch, don't you bitch. Okay, you better. I'm about to headbutt this bitch.
And Candy's over here just going off. She going up. She was like, you need to get out my face. And then Courtney tells her, you need to calm the f down. Candy's like, say, I'm about to headbutt it. I'm about to headbutt this. And in the midst of that, the chaos, we jump back over to Kenya telling Sheree, well, you know, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but, you know, Martell's in my DMs.
There's something else. You should know that he did slide into my DMs before. Let me see it.
And you could tell Sheree's wheels just turning. And she just like, well, you know, at the end of the day, you telling me, he right here. We could just tell him together. We could do all that. And Kenya's just like, okay, girl. Like, you know, Kenya's just like, girl, like, you blown it up. But you see Teresh, do this to Martell. And I know it's about to be up. Because Martell is ignorant as I don't know what. Kenya can get ignorant too. I think the star of this episode for me was Candy Girl. Yeah. Like, shout out to them actually doing the opening different as well. They have a new opening cards, new outfits. Everything looks glamorous, looks upscale, looks amazing. They didn't do taglines. I heard that they said they're gonna stop doing taglines, but who knows? But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know whose side are you on. Are you with Courtney? Or are you with Candy? Are you with Sheree and Martell? Or are you with Mayetta and Kenya? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.